Judicial Watch just continues to be on it. We're just getting document after document about the deep state illicit conspiracy against the Trump team that began during the Obama administration, continued into the Trump administration. You may recall last week we got the big FISA warrants. I brought them back again just to show you. These are the FISA warrant applications the administration of Obama used to mislead a court into granting spy authority against Carter Page, who had been a Trump team member. At the center of this was the Clinton DNC dossier. It was Judicial Watch that got this, got the president's interest and the all of Washington's interest as to what was in here. And then on top of that, we got some documents about Peter Strzok. You can bet who was the author of these warrants, because he was the #2 official in the FBI's counterintelligence division. He led the Clinton email investigation / cover-up, and of course he was the chief investigator into the Trump-Russia connection. He, as you may all know, if you don't, you should, had an affair with Lisa Page, who was the top lawyer to the #2 official at the FBI, Andrew McCabe, a corrupt official too, who was fired for misconduct. Now, Page and Strzok had all these text messages between them, and Strzok was texting Page back and forth. They both hated Trump. They both wanted Hillary Clinton to win. Strzok talked about how he was going to stop Trump from winning, and that if he did, he had an insurance policy against him. Which, as you know, suggests, as you might guess, suggests corrupt acts were taking place in what Strzok was doing in terms of investigating the alleged collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign. And there was no collusion. And it turns out the collusion was the fantasy of the Clinton DNC crowd that created a dodgy dossier to target Trump that was happily laundered into the FBI and DOJ that was thoroughly corrupted and anti-Trump and used as justification to spy on the Trump team. It's that simple. But sure enough, we have new documents, because what had happened was that Strzok was at the FBI working as the lead agent on the collusion issue. Also, he had been at the Clinton email issue. In I think it was May of last year, Mueller gets appointed, and then Strzok moves over from his position at the FBI as counterintelligence official, and he becomes a top investigator for Mr. Mueller. And in doing so, he was concerned about, then a few months later, I think in August, he gets removed by Mueller once these text messages are discovered by the IG, and Mueller removes him without telling us. He didn't tell anyone, or the Justice Department didn't tell anyone either, until 4 months after it happened. So a lot of scandal around Peter Strzok. And of course, then he testified in a dishonest way to Congress. This is the guy who ought to be subject of a criminal prosecution, to be clear. He had a political agenda, and it looks like he was advocating it and using FBI resources to advance it. So many crimes violated in that, potentially with that course of conduct. It's just surprising. Well, it's not surprising. It's outrageous the Justice Department hasn't taken strong action.